if they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's James. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
Ready? 15, 1, 15, 1. Hey! Get it!
They'll run on first down. James. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready?
So after the interception, here's Palmer. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10 now. It's Palmer. And the catch made by Johnson. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, orbit. Check. Five.
Throwing again. Palmer. And caught by Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey. Hey, Charlie.
Now Palmer. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
70, Indy, 164.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Palmer. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. On the ground, it's James. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Here we go, here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it with James. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Cincinnati score. A great play there. 78 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Down, 30 base. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check it back.
James. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Again, it's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
General West.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Second and 10.
They can't hang with that. He's driven.
On second down, here's Palmer. He's going to fire one deep. And got his man complete. The 20. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Palmer to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he gets it to Bolden. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent gain, 35 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals. Unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.